people, and how are you doing on this beautiful yet chilly Wednesday? Yeah, you heard me right. Today the weather decided to do that thing. It's so cold in the morning. I think July understood its assignment because this July has been so cold. But we are hoping that hata kama kumekuwa na baridi, your hearts have not been cold. I am hoping that you as well have not been cold, your finances have not been cold, and your health has not been cold. Welcome to Impact Dialogues Health Wednesday. My name is Ruth Wanjiru, and I am going to be with you on this journey for a few hours as we take a look at our health. All right. Now, we do have a lot lined up for you today, including something that we don't talk about a lot, something that happens but we just like nile too, we just take it casually, like, it's something that happens so no one has to talk about it. Constipation. Just how much do you know about constipation? Do you know what causes constipation? Do you know what happens in your body while you're constipating, and how can you prevent constipation? And I'm sure that the idea of constipation most of you have in your heads is kusikia watu wakipiga nduru wakiwa in the washrooms. Now we are going to find out why that happens, what happens in our bodies, when we are having constipation, because it's a stomach issue. So what is it that happens in our stomachs when we are having constipation? That is what we are going to be looking into in detail this morning. But apart from that, we are also going to be looking at our term of the week. Do not miss out on that. Okay, it also includes the stomach. Leo tuliamua tuangalie tumbo, the gut. That's where all the problems start. The stomach, that is where each and every problem starts. And apart from that, do stick around for our history books. What happened today in history? Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find any milestone that is related to health this morning, but car lovers, I got you covered. You have to wait for that particular one. What happened today in history? And of course, not forgetting our health eye. What are we looking at? Make sure that you catch that as well. And also our updates, our weather updates, our traffic updates, and so much more. And remember, this is not a one-man show. This is our show, and I love it when you guys interact with me when you're back at home. My numbers are going to be open 0711 176 006. So you who is watching me back at home, you can get to interact with me and tell me where you're watching us from, and also tell me, have you ever had constipation, and did you know why you had constipations? Because, by the way, that is what we are looking into today. For those of you who are online, we are live on all our social media platforms. That is on YouTube and Facebook, the Oracle Television Network. Come on and watch Facebook. Give me a thumbs up. That's number one. After giving me that thumbs up, number two, if you're watching this on Facebook, like this page, and also follow this. Like this live, and also share it as widely as possible. And put your comment down there, okay? As you give us your tip of the week, your health tip of the week. Also on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to this particular channel, and also give me your health tip of the week. I would appreciate that as well. This and much more we have lined up for you on Impact Dialogues Health Wednesday, so do not go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Impact Dialogues Health Wednesday. Morning. What is happening to your country or your county asubuhi ya leo? Watu wa Nairobi, I think kama tushaanza experience venye weather itakuwa leo, because tell me why it is so cold. Ama ni mahali niko, because today has been super cold. I was literally shivering wakati nilikuwa nakuja kazi, but I don't know how your weather is looking like mahali ambapo uko, but let's take a look at that. Let me start with ours truly, Nairobi region. And so here in Nairobi, this morning we are going to be having cloudy and cool temperatures. I think we've already seen that. Very cloudy and cool temperatures. And our temperatures are a bit low this morning because we are at highs of 13 degrees Celsius and lows of 12 degrees Celsius. However, in the midday, it's going to get warmer, and we are going to be having intervals of sunshine as well. And our temperatures are going to be ranging between 25 degrees Celsius highs and lows of, that is 24 degrees Celsius. And then it's going to be mostly cloudy to partly sunny throughout the day. So don't expect that much sun. But it's going to get warmer. Watu wa Nairobi, it's going to get warmer. Do not worry about that. But that is how Nairobi looks like. Let me go ahead and take a look at the coastal region. Now, the coastal region, I am including counties like Mombasa, watu wa Mombasani, watu wa kule Kilifi, we have Kwale, tuko na Taita Taveta, then we have Lamu and Tana River. If you're in that county, skiza hapa. So your weather today, this morning it's partly sunny. Like, I'm jealous of you guys. This morning in the coastal region, it's partly sunny, and then we are going to be having temperatures of highs of 21 degrees Celsius and lows of 20 degrees Celsius, and that is in the coastal region. And then in the midday, it's going to get hot and breezy, all right? And then there's going to be chance of showers throughout the day. That is in the coastal region, and your temperatures during the day are going to, in the midday, they are going to rise actually to 29 degrees Celsius highs and lows of 28 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's going to be hot. Kwa hivyo, courtesy of Health Wednesday, tafadhali tukunywe maji kwa wingi. Kama unajua uko coast, kunywa maji kwa wingi. We did say that whenever it's hot, you hydrate, right? And it's good that your weather is reading like this when you're having a Health Wednesday. But make sure you hydrate enough. And of course, it's also going to be, humid with periods of sun. It's going to be breezy and occasional showers in the coastal region. All right. Let's turn gears and go head over to the west. We head over to the western region. Now, in the western region, I have Kakamega County, we have Bungoma, we have Busia and Vihiga. And speaking about Vihiga, what were Vihiga mulienda wapi? I mean, it's been a while since we received a call from Vihiga. So if you're watching us from Vihiga, kindly check in Apple. Check in. I know guys have already started checking in. Check in and give us your health tip of the day. Kama uko Vihiga. But that aside, this is how your weather looks like. So this morning, it's partly cloudy and you have mild temperatures. You have highs of 18 degrees Celsius and lows of 16 degrees Celsius. However, it is going to get warmer in the day. During the midday, we are going to have sunny spells. And of course, temperatures are going to rise all the way to 28 degrees Celsius and lows of 26 degrees Celsius. And we are going to have a very comfortable day, by the way, to our western region. And then it is going to be a few clouds here and there. That is the west. Now we head over to the Nyanza region. Nyanza region, here is where we have most Lupins, right? We have Kisumu County, we have Homa Bay County, we have Migori County, we have watu wa Kisii County, we have Nyamira, and we also have Siaya County, okay? And your weather, well, I see this morning there's been hazy sunshine, and your temperatures are ranging between 18 degrees Celsius and 17 degrees Celsius lows consecutively, right? But during the day, it's going to rise all the way to 30 degrees Celsius. Watu wa Kisumu, it's going to be hot today. Venye tu tumeambia watu wa coast, watu wa Kisumu hydrate a lot because it's going to be so hot today, because your temperatures are going to be rising all the way to 30 degrees Celsius, and the lows I see is in a range hapo 29 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's going to be hot today and very hazy. So watu wa Nyanza region, that is Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, Kisii, and we have Nyamira and Siaya. Expect a hot weather today. Then we go all the way to the Rift Valley region. Now here is where I have most counties, all right? And I did decide to be including as many as I can. So Nakuru County, Baringo County, Kericho, Uasin Gishu. I also have Elgeyo Marakwet. I also have Nandi. I also have Laikipia. And by the way, before I go to the next county, what was Laikipia? It's been a while. Someone check in for Laikipia. I also have Kajiado County. I also have Narok, Bomet, Trans Nzoia, Turkana, West Pokot, and Samburu. That is the Rift Valley region. I don't know if nimeacha county yako nje, but I'm sure I put as many as I can. All right. So how does your weather look like? All right. This morning we are ranging between cool to mild. I think we think Nairobi na Rift Valley region munaandamana hivi because temperatures are ranging between 16 degrees Celsius highs right now, and then lows of 12 degrees Celsius across all the Rift Valley region. And also, it's going to get warmer in the day, all the way to 27 degrees Celsius and lows of 22 degrees Celsius. And there might be possible brief showers in the highlands. All right, possible brief showers in the highlands. That is in the Rift Valley region. Okay, now we move right ahead to Central Highlands region, and here we have watu wa Nyeri, watu wa Murang'a, Kirinyaga. I have Embu right here. I have Meru, I have Kiambu, and Tharaka Nithi. So how does your weather look like? So this morning, Nyinyi, Nairobi, I think it's the coldest. I think the Central Highland is the coldest kwa sababu the temperatures are ranging between 13 degrees Celsius right now and 11 degrees Celsius low. Yeah, it's cloudy and cool. But don't worry, during the day, it's going to get warmer because temperatures are going to rise all the way to 23 degrees Celsius. And then it's going to be mostly cloudy with a cool breeze. I mean, that is nice weather. Only make sure that you're warm enough for that cool breeze, okay? That is in the Central Highland region. Let me go all the way to the northeastern region. Wacha tupande huko juu. Tuko na Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, and it's warm and dry this morning. 25 degrees Celsius highs and lows of 23 degrees Celsius. And however, in the midday, it's going to get hotter because I do see that temperatures are going to be rising all the way to 35 degrees Celsius. All right, it's going to be, and throughout the day, we are going to experience clear skies in the northeastern region, high temperatures as well, and dry heat. So stay away from the sun. That is number one. Hydrate as much as possible. Mahali kuna jua mingi, you hydrate and avoid the sun exposure. All right, if you can, that is. And last but not least, the eastern region. And I'm going to look at the lower eastern region. I have watu wa Masako, that is Machakos, Makueni, and Kitui. And in here, Nona asubuhi, it's cool and partly cloudy. I think most regions today are cool and partly cloudy, and then the temperatures around, the temperatures in the morning are ranging between 17 degrees Celsius highs and 15 degrees Celsius. Hiyo ni ya watu wa Eastern region, Machakos, Makueni na Kitui. And then in the midday, it's going to get hotter. And we are going to be ranging at 30 degrees Celsius. All right? That is during the day. So during, overall, in the Eastern region, warm to hot temperatures today. And also clear skies. Very, very, very clear skies. Now that is how your weather looks like this morning. And like we always say right here, it is a norm that no matter how the weather looks like, no matter how it looks, whether it's as hot as Garissa or as cool as the Central Highlands, the blessings of the Lord are always sufficient. and they are always going to find you wherever you are regardless. But that is how your weather looks like this morning. All right, allow me to move ahead so that we can check at our traffic updates. And as we continue to move and check out our traffic updates, do remember to keep the conversation going on 0711 176 006. Those of you who are watching us on Facebook, also drop me that message right here. Give me your health tip of the week. But in the meantime, here comes your traffic updates. Cold. Mimi nataka kujua kama ibaridi imefanya barabara zifungike zaidi. But that's on a lighter note. Let's start with Waiyaki Way. What's Waiyaki Way? I see traffic is a slow moving inbound and outbound. Traffic ni ile ina move pole pole, inarudi, inatembea, but there is nothing as good and as nice and as comforting as being stuck in traffic. I mean, yes, it's a discomfort to first of all be stuck in traffic, but being stuck in traffic that is moving, that is a comfort. That's another comfort, by the way. So Waiyaki Way, it is slow, but it's moving. And then we have congestion zones. Let me start from Pale Brookside. So Pale Brookside, there's a bit of a snarl up, and that stretches all the way to the Westlands roundabout. However, from Chiromo to Museum Hill, it's a bit of a bottleneck, and then from Museum Hill to University Way, it's another bottleneck right there. And I don't know why that one gets bad as you move. I don't know why that gets bad as time moves, because wakati 80 mefika, that is where trouble starts. But that is how it looks like. And also, of course, Pale Westland stretch, also there is a bit of a bottleneck right there. So if you're coming to town or the CBD using Waiyaki Way, you expect a delay of around 30 to 40 minutes thereabout. Okay, 30 to 40 minutes thereabout. Then we look at Kiambu Road. How does Kiambu Road looks like this morning? So it's very heavy, especially at CBD approach. All right, her congestion zone, we have the Runda Mall area. It's a bit of a bottleneck, and before city boundary, that is near Kiambu town, it's also a bit of a bottleneck. If you're coming from Kiambu, I think if you're coming to the CBD, expect a delay of 25 minutes, especially with increased police checks. There has been so much police checks around the Kiambu Road, but that's how your road looks like this morning. Ngong Road, it is very slow, especially entering the CBD. I think this is that day. This is that day that we dread for, right? When traffic is going to be bad. So very slow, especially entering CBD. Let me start with Pale Prestige Mall. A bit of a snarl up right there, and that stretches all the way to the City Mortuary roundabout. It's also a bit heavy and hectic. And of course, at the Kenyatta National Hospital crossover, I do also see snarl up right there. Now, delay, that is 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, 20 to 30 minutes delay if you're using Ngong Road. Yeah, I know it's not looking good this morning for us, but that is how it looks like. Then we have Jogoo Road. How does Jogoo Road look like this morning? It is slow with stop and go patterns. Slow with stop and go patterns. Iko slow lakini inaenda inawacha. And I see we have a very big congestion between Donholm and City Stadium. And you do know, between Donholm and City Stadium, that's quite a long way. Utapita Makadara, and then, oh my goodness. Yeah, it is a very, very heavy right there. And if you're coming to town using Jogoo Road, 20 to 30 minutes. If you're coming to the CBD, CBD, 20 to 30 minutes, because after City Stadium, roundabout right there, traffic stretches all the way to Country Bus, and stretches as you're entering a CBD. That is how it looks like. That's Jogoo Road. We move ahead. Thika Road. So Thika Road, it's a heavily congested, and inbound towards the CBD congestion zones. I have Githurai, a bit of a bottleneck. Roysambu is bad, a bit of a bottleneck as well. And then we have Kasarani interchange, also looks bad this morning, and delay around 40 minutes. If uko Thika Road na unakuja CBD na bado hujatoka kwa nyumba, all right, 40 minutes are waiting for you on the road. That is on the Thika Road, that is Thika Super Highway. Then last but not least, we check on Mombasa Road. Just what is happening on Mombasa Road. I see approaching CBD. Wow, it's a bit of a snarl up. Congestion Road, I see. First of all, we have congestion near JKI. All right, we also have congestion there in Syokimau colliding area, and then we have another congestion zone at around GM roundabout. All right, and a delay of 45 minutes. Wow. All right, that is quite heavy, but we are going to wow, yeah, we are going to be safe. That is how your roads look like this morning. So Waiyaki Way a bit slow, Kiambu Road a bit heavy, Ngong Road very slow, Jogoo Road slow, Thika Road heavily slow, and then Mombasa Road, it's a gridlock. What do we mean by a gridlock? It cannot be heavy hata, it's a gridlock. Here imefungana kabisa. That's why they have a very large waiting time on the road. But that's how your traffic update looks like this morning. And as we always say, always be mindful of other road users around you. All right, be mindful of other road users around you. Why do we say this? Because right now actually I think ni ngumu sana kupata basi ya shule saa hizi, but hata kama kunazo saa hizi, students are still going to school, and also there are people who are also going to look for their food of the day. So let's be careful on the roads. Let's be respectful of each and everyone that is on the road, and that is how your weather updates look like. That is how your traffic updates look like this morning. Now it is time for you to check in. But before we check in, today is a Health Wednesday, right? Before we check in, today is a Health Wednesday. And being on a Health Wednesday, when it comes to chicken, each and every one of us has their own specialty of chicken. Kuna wenye wanapenda hii ya kuzunguka, kuna wenye wanapenda ile ya nini, ya kienyeji ya home. Everyone has. Kuna wenye wanapenda, some good crispy chicken. But for you to get that good crispy chicken, for you to get that nice sauced chicken, everyone has their own flavors. Kuna wale wa wet fry, kuna wale wa tumbukiza, kuna wale wa dry fry, kuna wale wewe choma tu na mafuta, kuna wale wa medium rare, kuna wale wa rare, kuna wale wa pika kabisa yote hadi toke. But no matter what kind of chicken you like, no matter what the flavor of chicken you like, one thing is for sure, it all has to start with what chicken are you cooking. And that's why we introduce you to Neema Poultry Farm. Why am I talking about Neema Poultry Farm? Because producer anafanya tu nisikie njaa asubuhi. Can you see that chicken, guys? Have you seen that chicken? That is why we bring you Neema Poultry Farm. And Neema Poultry Farm is this farm in Kiserian that rears kienyeji chicken just for you. Whether you want to cook chicken for your family, whether you want to cook chicken for your hotel, kama ni ya hotel unatumia, Neema Poultry Farm has got you covered. Just look at that. No matter the kind of flavor you like, what matters is the kind of chicken you're cooking. Now you cannot compare. All of us can agree. You cannot compare kuku ya kienyeji na kuku ya kuzunguka, ile inatuzungukanga hata unatafuna hadi mfupa. You cannot compare that. There is a difference in flavor. And that's why I want you to listen to this, and then I'm going to tell you later how you can get to hear from them. So let's hear what Neema Poultry Farm has for us.
Of home. Welcome to Neema Poultry Farm. Located in the peaceful hills of Kiserian, the Emma Poultry Farm rears improved kienyeji chicken perfect for meat. Our chicken are clean, healthy, and full of that rich natural flavor. Whether you're cooking for your family, running a hotel, or buying in bulk, the Emma guarantees quality, consistency, and care in every chicken. Call us right now on 0768 211 766 and place your order. The Emma Poultry Farm, from our farm to your table. Are you looking for that real tasty kienyeji chicken?
Imebidi hata nikunywe maji juu ya njaa. Nikunywe maji juu ya njaa. Have you seen how beautiful that chicken looks like? And that is exactly what the Emma Poultry Farm has for you. That kienyeji chicken that you crave for. And I mean, there is that chicken that your mother cooks for you baka tu mukienda kule ushago, especially watu wa Western region, because you know that's where Ingoho, wanaitanga Ingoho, uko ndo Ingoho iko, right? We know there is that chicken that can never beat, in whether it's roasted, whether it's boiled, whether it's marinated like this, no matter how the chicken looks like, as long as ni kienyeji, you are always going to have that amazing flavor that you deserve. And that's why Emma Poultry Farm comes to you. So make sure that you call them on the number that is on your screen right there, 0768, that is 211 766, 0768 211 766, and order your chicken. You can either choose to go to their Kiserian farm and see the chicken, or you can decide wacha wanidropie mahali ambapo niko, because they can also do that. Just call them. Majisort, inaweza kuwa ni familia unataka kusurprise weekend inakuja, by the way. Inaweza kuwa ni hoteli unataka kuimprove your menu, and let me tell you, when you improve it to kienyeji chicken, that menu is going to be looking amazing. There is a difference of that chicken and ikuku tumezoea ya kuzunguka tao, but that's just it. Emma Poultry Farm. Call them on that number again, 0768 211 766, and they are going to sort you with that amazing chicken that you always craved for. All right, now tuache njaa sasa, back to the show. Back to what we were speaking about. Now, today being a Health Wednesday, I first of all want to see who has checked in before we look at our history books. Mpaka nimesikia njaa mimi mwenyewe. But anyway, that's that. Let us see who has checked in this morning. Good morning, Ruth. Naomi kutoka Kangemi, nimekumiss sana. Naomi pia umepotea. Naomi, hope umenimiss kwa sababu hujakuwa around, because you've not been around, Naomi. Ndio maana unajisema. Anasema nimekumiss sana. My health tip of the week, to exercise. Thank you so much, Naomi. Kangemi is loud and clear. Watu wa Vihiga bado na wangoja, na watu wa Kisii, because ni kama mulinipotea. Watu wa Vihiga na watu wa Kisii, text me. That number is on your screen, 0711 176 006. Number 1, tell me where you're watching me from. Number 2, tell me what is your health tip of the week. Remember that you can also get to call, by the way. You can also get to call and tell me where you are watching us from. Tell me what is your health tip of the week. Hello Ruth, this is Anthony watching from Syokimau. Nilikuwa nataka nitoke kwa nyumba, lakini venye hizo traffic updates zinakaa, wacha tu ningoje. Wacha tu ningoje. All right. I do hope you're going to get there early though. All right. So they say better late than never. But thank you so much, Anthony. Syokimau is watching. Syokimau is loud and clear. Good morning, Ruth. Natasha na watch kutoka Nyeri. Enyewe baridi inatupiga leo. That's true. Baridi inatupiga leo. Thank you, Natasha. And then Natasha anaongeza hapo, anasema my health tip of the day. Your mental health is your health. Let's take care of our mental health. That's a nice tip of the day. That's your health tip. Thank you so much. We do love you and appreciate you for that. Do continue texting me on that number that is on your screen, 0711 176 006. Tell me where you're watching us from, and also give me your health tip of the week. I have someone else here. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Anasema ni Kelvin kutoka Laikipia, na wapata vizuri sana, mko loud and clear. Health tip of the day, watu wa kunywa maji mengi. Watu wa maji tumerudi. That's right. Especially kama uko Coast na kama uko Garissa, kunywa maji na kama uko Nyanza, Kunywa maji kwa wingi because today it's going to be a bit hot. All right. Sorry about that. I see someone else here. Hi. Hi, ni Lydia watching from Kirinyaga. Be blessed. Show iko lit sana. Health tip of the week. Pesa ni sabuni ya roho. Lydia. Okay, Lydia, come and let us reason together uniambie. Pesa ni sabuni ya roho inakuwaje health tip? But anyway, naona hapa anasema anaitwa Dogio. Okay, Dogio anatuwatch kutoka Dandora. I do believe Dandora iko hapa Nairobi. Anasema loud and clear. Leo si at least ushare kahawa tufurahie sisi wote. Jamani wewe na kahawa yangu. Nyinyi na kahawa yangu. But it's good. I'm hoping that you're taking your breakfast as you're watching this as well. You have your cup of coffee and your cup of tea as well. Yeah, that's right. Those are those who have checked in. Do continue checking in. I will be reading your messages as well. Give me your health tip of the day. Give me your health tip of the day. Tell us where you're watching us from. Also, while you want to watch Facebook, drop your comment right there. But moving on swiftly. Today is on the 23rd of July. All right, but decades back in the year 1960, is it 1960? Yeah, decades back. Today is on 23rd of July, right? But decades back, and when I say decades back, I mean decades back. Decades back in the year, I'm looking for that year. Let me see. Just give me a minute. I think I found it. Yeah, in the year 1903. Was about to say 1963. Kama nimeanza celebrate Madaraka Day haraka sana, si ndio? All right, but today's on the 23rd of July. By decades back, in the year 1906, something happened. Well, it wasn't an invention, but it was the result of an invention, and there is nothing as good as you inventing something and you have a result of it. All right, so it was a result of an invention, and this is what happened today in history. So ladies and gentlemen, let's check our history books. What happened today in history? And now I'm not excited because I'm a car lover. I'm just excited because it's a car, if that makes sense at all. But today on the 23rd of July, back in 1903, how many decades are those? Were you born? Were you there? Did even the world know about you? But in 1903, the sales of the first Ford Model A car was made. And I mean, I saw this Ford and I was like, if you see the newest the newest model, the Ranchero, if you see the Ranchero right now and then compare it to this one, I'm going to show you the Ranchero much later. But first of all, let us decode this. So this was the Model A, the first Ford Model A, and it was purchased today, like the first one was purchased today. That's why I told you it's not an invention, but it's a result of an invention. So today, 1903, July 23rd, they made their very first sale. And it was only a few weeks old after the company had been newly formed. That is the Ford Motor Company. And they made their first car sale, and actually it was that red model right there. A bright red model, to a certain person. Okay, the name was hard, but you're going to have to bear with me on this. Dr. Ernest Fenning something. I don't know if the P is silent, but anyway, that's not important. They sold it to a dentist in Chicago. By then, it went for around $850. How much is $850 right now? So back then, they sold that car at that amount. And this purchase was very vital. Why was it vital? Because it came when Ford startups funds, had nearly evaporated, leaving 220. Okay, it's when you start a company and then you look like you're making losses. So they were almost making losses. But then when this car was bought, it actually made things turn around. That is why it has been documented in history, and that is why it was so important. So the features that were in this car were a compact 2-cylinder, that is a flat 2 engine, and there was a 2-speed planetary transmission, and so much more. And this matters because the sale was more than symbolic. It saved the company, like I've mentioned, it saved the company to continue with production because of their losses, they were almost closing off. But with the buying of this car, it went ahead to rise the company and make the company grow again. And the Model A went on to be very successful, and most people continued buying it because I think it was the most efficient at that time. And that single sale became so critical for the company because it kept Ford afloat, all right, and marked the start of its successful stories. And within 2 months, 215 units of this particular car right here, and I mean, it is so cute. If it was around right now, I'd honestly buy it. I think you could buy it, especially if you're planning a wedding or something. I'm not suggesting anything, but look at that car. But within 2 months, they had sold almost 215 units, and this was a huge amount because $850 for just one car, that's a lot amount. And by the end of 1904, they had already sold 1,750 units of this particular car. And of course, the success laid a foundation for later breakthroughs like the Model T and so many Ford, so many Ford brands until where we are right now, the Ford Rancher. Oh my goodness, the Ford Rancher. You guys, have you seen this car? I'm not getting excited because of the car, but anyway, it's a good car. You can imagine from that to this, because they have, if you have a business, you have to go repackaging your business according to how the business should look like. And until the Ford Rancher, you see, from the Ford A, look at that, the flu. Vihiga, thank you Meryl, thank you so much. Nimekuwa nikitafuta watu wa Vihiga. Sasa nimebakisha watu wa Kisii na watu wa Ngobo. Watu wa Kisii na watu wa Ngobo, nyinyi ndio nimebakisha. But Cheptulu, Vihiga County. Cheptulu, alright. Anasema my health tip, be a doctor to yourself. Mimi napenda hii health tip ya Meryl. Be a doctor to yourself. Sometimes ni vizuri kuwa daktari mwenyewe because you know what you need and what you don't need. Ukijua tu hauhitaji hiyo kahawa because there are people who are coffee addicts. Ukijua uhitaji that much coffee, ukijua you don't need that much sugar, ukijua you don't need that much fat, it goes good for you. And thank you so much. That is a Meryl. I have someone here anasema anaitwa Zakaria. So Zakaria is watching us all the way from Dondori, and Zakaria anatuambia, should we call it sawa, my health tip of the week. All right. Ngoja niwadikodie hii guys. So my health tip of the week, just because they tell you take too much water, just because they tell you to take enough water, to take water does not mean, kidogo tu Zakaria, just because they tell you to take water does not mean to overtake. Okay, I think anajaribu kumaanisha just because tunawaambia mkunywe maji kwa wingi haimaanishi overtake maji, just take enough for you. Ni venye message yake imeshikana, that's why I had trouble reading that. But thank you so much Zakaria. Dondori is loud and clear. Dondori kuna baridi, si ndio? I see Patience. Patience anasema, Patience kutoka Kikuyu anasema, Patience kutoka Kikuyu anasema watching you loud and clear. Thank you for your compliment Patience. Alafu anasema tip of the day, eat fruits. I like the last part of it. Eat fruits. Matunda si ya watoto, ni ya kila mtu. Who said matunda ni ya watoto, guys? I mean, all right, but thank you so much Patience for that particular one. Kikuyu is loud and clear. Kikuyu is also cold. I know that very well. Kikuyu is also cold. You know, there's a part of Kikuyu that is not Kenya. Unapata Kikuyu inakuanga na baridi always. Let me read this last one before we go to our health term of the week. And huyo anasema ni Regina, na Regina anatutazama kutoka Kangudo Road. Anasema signal ilikuwa inasumbua jana but imerudi. That is nice. We are so happy that imerudi. And just like Regina, if signal imekuwa ikisumbua mahali huko, it's good to let us know so that our technicians can you know where to start and how to solve your issue. But Regina anasema signal ilirudi, so happy. Health tip of the week. Let's take care of our mental health because your mental health is your wealth. I actually do love that. Your mental health is your wealth. If you're not okay mentally, you're not going to be okay anywhere else. I did say that was the last message, but I did see this other one. Paul kutoka Laikipia. Laikipia is loud and clear. Thank you so much. Paul anasema, thank you for your compliment, Paul. Alafu anaendelea kusema, my health tip of the day. My health tip of the day. Just because everyone is eating something does not mean it's healthy. I think we should give this one the crown of the tips of the day. Actually, I think we should give them health tip of the day. We should give this one a crown. Just because everyone is eating something does not mean that it's healthy. I actually think I like that. Thank you so much, Paul. Laikipia is loud and clear. Now, do continue calling me. Do continue texting me and tell me what is your health tip of the day. What is your health tip of the day? I will be reading your comments as well. And you may miss call up. So sorry, call me again. I'm going to pick your call once you call back again. I missed that while reading Paul's message. So just call again and I will pick that up. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Anasema ni Natalie watching from Kirinyaga. Ni ukweli kuna baridi huku lakini tulishazoea. Uzuri ni umetupatia hopes kutakuwa na jua baadaye. Natalie, haya, uzuri nimekupatia hopes kutakuwa na nini baadaye. Alafu anasema health tip of the day. Cleanliness is second to godliness. Leo mmeamua mko na maubaya watu wa Mungu. Leo mko na maubaya. Leo mmeamua kuna kusamehea, ni kukanyanga shingo kabisa. Cleanliness is second to godliness. That is what she is saying. And by cleanliness, I do know that she means each and every part of cleanliness that is supposed to be involved. So thank you so much, Natalie. Now, do continue texting me. I will continue reading your messages, but I want us to get to our term of the week. All right? I want us to get to our term of the week. And it's something that you've had. Mostly, it's something that, I know you've had. It's something that unasikianga. Ama it's something that you know, lakini haujui. Lakini haujui ni hiyo. So today we are looking at bloating. Let me give you a minute to think about bloating. Have you ever heard of bloating? What do you think bloating is? Have you ever heard of bloating, guys? I'm giving you that moment of silence so that you can, ni kama ushaisikia. What is bloating? So bloating is when your stomach feels swollen. Unaila kufura tumbo. Ile unasemanga nimefura tumbo. Ile mpaka hauwezi move. And by the way, kufura tumbo inakuanga na nini zake, inakuanga na effect zake. And I know, okay, if not all, most of us, if not all, have experienced this. Unasikia ni kama tumbo imeshikwa na bladder iko tight. You feel so much gas in your stomach. That is what bloating is, kufura tumbo. And this is when your stomach feels swollen, feels full, overly full, or feels tight. And this is often to gas or slow digestion. Okay, that is what bloating is. And why does bloating matter? Bloating matters because it is a sign that your gut isn't working efficiently, or your stomach isn't working efficiently as it's supposed to, and it often goes hand in hand with constipation. Now, I did tell you that we are going to look at constipation, right? But yeah, let me not jump the horse, ama acha nisiruke mbele ya darama. Tuangalie bloating kwanza. It goes hand in hand with compensation and can be caused by overeating. Sometimes it can be caused by eating certain food. Kuna unasikianga wakisema nikikula maragwe nafura tumbo, unasikia mwingine akisema nikikula mahindi nafura tumbo, nikikula smoky nafura tumbo, nikikula smocha nafura tumbo. So it might be because of certain foods, or maybe sometimes for sitting too long. And bloating goes a long way, because it's not just that tightness of the stomach, or that fullness, or that kusikia kama si kufura tu tumbo. It means that your gut is not working well, and it means that there's something wrong with your stomach. Okay, and sometimes it might be visible. Kuna wenye wakifura tumbo, honestly inaonekananga imefura. Na unauliza mtu, mbona tumbo yako ni kubwa leo hivi? Anakuambia nimefura tumbo. Okay, and sometimes might be just felt. You just feel that heavy and uncomfortable feeling inside either and it is always bad. It is always bad kwa sababu sometimes it's tight, sometimes it's even painful, and sometimes it comes with gas. Might be because of gas, we've mentioned that. Burping as well, abdominal cramps, this is for women. And also sometimes might come with pain or nausea and all that. But what are some of the most common causes of bloating? I did note a few right here. I have overeating. Eating large meals too fast overloads the stomach. Overeating. Watu wa kukula sana. Okay, sasa kusema kukula sana ni kukula zaidi ya tumbo yako inaweza shikilia. Alright? Overeating, and this happens when you eat large meals and too fast. And umekula chakula mingi na umekula haraka. Yeah, that might cause bloating. Another one might cause swallowing air. This is why we are told to have table manners on the table and eat while your mouth is shut, right? Like not necessarily shut, but don't talk while you're eating, because number two a common cause of bloating might be swallowing air, and this one might be talking while eating. Ukikula wakati unaongea. Another thing might be drinking through a straw. You might inhale air, or chewing gum. Watu wa kutafuna, chewing gum, or smoking as well might also cause that. And then number three, it might be because of certain food, that is gas producer foods. This might be beans, cabbage, onions, lentils, depending on how your stomach reacts to them. There's those who are maybe lactose intolerant, or that one might also cause bloating. Kwa wale ambao lactose intolerant, hawakunywangi dairy products, hawakunywangi maziwa, vitu kama hizo. It might also be because of carbonated drinks, soda especially. Soda has a lot of gas, and also sparkling water. That may also cause bloating. And actually number 4 surprised me, because another cause of bloating might be stress and anxiety. And why does this happen? Because your brain, you do know that before anything happens to your body, it does start to the brain, right? It starts with the brain. So your brain and gut is connected, and that is how you end up doing that. Stress can slow digestion in your body or trap air in the gut. Actually, you'll be surprised, but anyway. Then number 5, which you're going to be looking at, is constipation. That is stool buildup, causes gas to get trapped, leading to bloating. We are going to be looking at that constipation. You can see that huyu ni mtu ambaye ameenda amepigana vita pale kwa chumba cha wageni, mpaka vita vimekataa kushindwa. Alright, that is constipation. And of course, number 6, another one is medication or supplements. There are some sort of medication, that is iron tablets, maybe painkillers, or antibiotics that cause bloating. Alright, this might cause bloating. Now, these are just some of the commonly known causes of bloating, and of course there are others, but others are medicated. That one would have to get an expert to call us to talk to us about that. Look at that picture right there on your screen. That is what bloating looks like. Uni mtu ambaye amekula mbio tena na akakula chakula mingi sana, umesikia tumbo imejaa. And bloating, hiyo kufura tumbo, normally happens not regularly, once in a while, but if it happens regularly, that means that you need to go seek a doctor. But how do we reduce bloating? Number one, eat slowly. Kula kwa upole ama kula pole pole. Why do I say this? Chew your food well. Make sure that umechew chakula yote na imeingia kwa tumbo. Eat slowly. That might be one way of reducing bloating. Number two, also you can try a little bit of exercise. Maybe walk. Maybe after meals, walk a little after meals might help with digestion. Number three, like we always say, na venye nakwanga tip ya wengi wenu, stay hydrated. Okay, water flushes your system. Water actually helps a lot in your system, so stay hydrated. Avoid fizzy drinks. Avoid drinks that have too much gas, that is carbonated drinks and all that. And also try ginger, peppermint tea or lemon water, because they help ease digestion. They help with your digestion and metabolism as well. Also, eat smaller meals more often. Instead of eating chakula kingi mara moja, you can choose to eat small meals often. And of course, if you notice that you have constipation, you can seek constipation treatment early. Now, when bloating could be serious, why can bloating be serious? If it is frequent and painful, if you're having bloating more frequently and they are more painful, that is a serious. Make sure that you take care of that. You go and see a doctor. It can also be serious if it's paired with weight loss, number one, if it's paired with vomiting, and if it's paired with a bloody stool. That might be, not even might be, that is very serious and you need to seek medical help. And of course, if your bloating lasts more than a week, you need to go and seek medical help. Because remember, nimekuambia, we're looking at the common causes. We didn't say that those are just the common ones that you know. There are those that are medicated, that are linked to, linked to serious issues. That one we'll have to get an expert for that. But if it is that serious, make sure that you go see a doctor. If it lasts more than a week, go see a doctor. If it is more frequent, if you bloat a lot regularly, and if it is painful as well, and if you have bloody stool, if it is paired with weight loss and vomiting, that could be serious. Go and see a doctor. And now, bloating can be signs of an irritable bowel syndrome, where there is something wrong with your bowel. It also might be a sign of a food intolerance. That's why umesikia certain food can cause bloating. Inaweza kuwa kuna chakula ambayo inanishangi vizuri na tumbo yako. And also, actually, we have ulcers or infection as well. That is where it goes to. If it's too serious, just go and see a doctor. And that is our term of the week, bloating. Sasa ni tutaringia watu hii wiki. We learned something new. Si kufura tumbo, ni bloating. And we learned what are the common causes, and we learned how to prevent them. Alright? Do tell me what you think about that. Now, simu yangu ina vibrate hapa. I do have messages right here. Okay, let me read a few of them before we look at constipation. Alright? Where is that? Okay. Here we go. Just give me a minute. Let me look at that. Good morning, Ruth. Yeah, found it. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Anasema you look happy today. The joy of the Lord is our strength. I am hoping that you're also happy because it's a health Wednesday. You have to be happy, right? They say a smile a day keeps wrinkles away. A smile a day, that's my health tip of the day, by the way. A smile a day keep wrinkles away. But thank you so much. Anasema health tip yake of the day. Hey, jamani, ni sawa tu. Ndesoma tu venye iko. Sita filter. Health tip of the day. Hata kama unakunywa maji kila siku, usikue river tena. Hata kama unakunywa maji kila siku, usikue river jameni. Okay, be nice guys, be nice. Yes, kunywa maji, but of course do not overtake the water. or do not overhydrate. We did look at overhydrating just the other day, and we did say that overhydrating is not a good thing, right? So I have someone else here anasema, good morning Ruth, this is Mary watching from Kirinyaga. Sikuwa najua kufura tumbo ni bloating. At least see Mary, we learned something new. Good morning Ruth, this is Natasha watching from Kangemi. This is Natasha again, amerudi amesema akona second health tip of the week na yake anasema prioritize your mental health. Thank you so much, Natasha. Prioritize your mental health. So I want us to look at constipation, but before we do that, I want us to take a very short break. And in this short commercial break, as we are taking this short commercial break, I don't know if you've partnered with Mountain of Deliverance Church this morning. Tulisema kama team Impact Dialogue. It is our mandate to partner with Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning. Send in your 100 shillings via the paybill number that is going to be on your screen, 4130-469. But in case you don't know why we are partnering, I want Dr. Pauline Oracle to tell you all about it and to tell you why it is important partnering and to tell you just why you need to partner with the Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi. So ladies and gentlemen, we take a very short break. When we come back, we are coming back with our health and constipation, and I'm hoping that utakuwa umepartner by the time we are coming back. All right? So here comes Dr. Pauline akiwaelezea why is it that you need to partner with Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi.
Amen, amen, amen. I come to you in the name of the Lord. My name is Dr. Pauline Oracle. I am coming to you from Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. Why am I coming to you at this time? I don't know what time it is wherever you are, but I come to you with this scripture, Acts chapter number 16, verse number 9. And the Bible says, this is Paul, and the Bible says, and a vision appeared to Paul at night. There stood a man of Macedonia. There stood a man of Macedonia and prayed to him, saying, come over into Macedonia and help us. I come to you as a servant of God with a Macedonian call, asking everyone that enjoys Oracle TV, everyone that listens to the Oracle TV, everyone that says, Oracle is my papa. Most of you call him papa even when you call him online. You say, I am a follower. I want to come to you with a Macedonian call, and I am asking you, come over and help us. Why are you helping us? We are in this building, and God has given it to us by mortgage from the bank. And we are asking you just for 100 shillings every day. 100 shillings every day. Some of you can say 1,000 shillings a day. Some of you can say 1,000 is too little. We are asking, we are raising a team of 10,000 people all over Kenya that will give us 100 shillings per day. We want to put down this mortgage as soon as possible. 10,000 shillings. By the way, statistics tell us that Oracle TV is watched by over 1 million people per day. So 10,000 is just 1%. It's not even 10%. It is just 1% of the people that watch the Oracle TV. So I am coming to you from wherever you're watching us from. We are calling you and we are extending a Macedonian call. Why am I extending this Macedonian call? Because we need to pay this mortgage every month. On the 15th, we have to pay quite a substantial amount of money for us to remain in this building. And we know that you love the Oracle. We know, or I know, that you love the ministry of the man of God. If you love the ministry of the Oracle, I am only asking for, I think, only 1% of you. We are raising a team. We are raising people up to 10,000 per day because we are watched by over 1 million. When I ask for 10,000, I am only asking for a very small percentage. Just get to your phone right now. Send us just 100 shillings. Some of you can send us 1,000 shillings. Somebody else is asking, kwani hii mortgage ni pesa ngapi? Just give me a call. Our numbers are on the screen. Ask me what is the balance of this mortgage. We want to bring this elephant called a mortgage down so that we can preach the gospel without having to think about raising money to pay the bank every end of the month. And by the way, I want to appreciate all of you that have been coming on board. Every month, the pay bill has had money. Maybe not enough, but it has had money that has pushed us all the way. So this time around, we are coming and asking you, just 10,000 of you, not 1,000, not 100. I am asking 10,000 of you to come up. We team up. 10,000, those of you that have got your phones and calculators, you can see how much you can be able to raise per month. That means within the next 1 or less 1 year, we can be able to put down this mortgage. 10,000 of you is just a fraction of the people that watch Oracle TV. So we are asking you, come and help us. Some of you have followed the Oracle from the days of KBC. You have followed us all through from the days the Oracle and I were in Nakuru. Some of you are staunch followers of the Oracle. I want you to stop becoming a follower, become a partner, and become a partaker. And I want to challenge all of you. Every time you give your sacrifice, whether it is 100 shillings, whether it's 1,000 shillings, name your sacrifice. Say, this is what I want my sacrifice to do for me. Maybe you're sick in your body and you're saying, by this sacrifice on this altar, I am trusting God for my healing. By this sacrifice on this altar, I want God to open heavens for me. By this sacrifice on this altar, I am believing for the salvation of my husband. By this sacrifice on this altar, I am believing for the salvation of my children. I want you to name your sacrifice. I want you to go to your M-Pesa right now. I want you to send that money to that pay bill that is on the screen. We are now in Nairobi. Where are you in Nairobi? The Bible says, 2 Samuel chapter number 7 verse number 10. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel. I will appoint a place for my people MOD Nairobi. I will appoint a place for them. I will plant them and they will dwell in that place of their own. This is a place of our own. You can help us own this place by just sending us 100 shillings every day. You can say, I am missing my lunch. I am missing my dinner. I am missing something. I am sacrificing. It is a sacrifice. I know the economic status of the nation, but you can say, by this 100 shillings, I am partnering with MOD. I know I've also been a blessing to so many. I have my program every Saturday. You have seen me preach on Oracle TV. If I have ever been a blessing to you, if Dr. Oracle has ever been a blessing to you, please help us own this place ASAP, as soon as possible, so that we can put down this mortgage in Jesus' mighty name. I come to you once again with a Macedonian call. This is Dr. Pauline Oracle. I want to see your sacrifice. I want to see you name your sacrifice. Just send your sacrifice and call us. Tell us, I have sent my sacrifice of 1,000 shillings. I have sent my sacrifice of 10,000 shillings. We are raising a team of 10,000 people. And we will get there. Because every minute, every second, there's somebody that is searching and tuning into Oracle TV. You that has just tuned in on now, I am asking for you. I am asking you to come on board and help us pay this mortgage. Together, we can make it. So far, 20 months, we have paid without fail by your help. We want you to pull up your socks and we want you to increase the commitment to this 100, 1,000, 2,000. I come to you and I say, come and help us. In Jesus' mighty name, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord open doors. May you become an owner of a building, an owner of a property in Nairobi and in the city wherever you are. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you are the blessed of the Lord. In Jesus' name.
Welcome back. And I mean, if hauja convinciwa na the beautiful words of Dr. Pauline Oracle, now I don't know what else is going to convince you this morning, because you see, partnering with Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi is partnering with the Oracle Television Network. Why do I tell you that? Because Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi is the home of the Oracle Television Network. These studios that you are seeing me right now, where I am right now, mahali ambapo unaniona, I am at the Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi. And that means that we are part and parcel of each other. That's why we are calling to each and every one of you out there, especially if you're a fan of Impact Dialogues, we are calling to you this morning to come and be part of us as we move ahead with this milestone, to come and partner with Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi. It is very important for you to partner with us, because when you partner with us, you actually partner with Oracle TV. All right, and the pay bill number is on your screen: 4130 469 4130 469, and we are in partnership for this building right here. Na venye tu nimekuambia, this is the home of the Oracle Television Network. Guys, just take a look. That is the logo ya Oracle TV pale juu. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is the logo ya Oracle TV pale juu. And that means that we are in here. This is the building that I am talking about. Such a beautiful building. This is actually the epitome of excellency. This is one of those buildings you don't take casually. Actually, you see, when you're moving along Moranga Road, you cannot avoid to miss this. You cannot actually avoid this building. Avoid seeing it. How? It is the most colorful building in the area. It is the most favored building in the area. That's why I want you to be part and parcel of us as we partner with Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi. And it is just that 100 shillings that you take and say, each and every day I am going to be giving 100 shillings towards the partnership of this mountain, because I do believe in what they have right there. You who loves Oracle TV a lot, when unapenda different shows right here on Oracle TV. Yesterday there was that beautiful episode of Life Plus Christ. You love the unspoken. We do have a word fest that comes to you each and every lunch hour with Dr. Francis Oracle. We have Women Without Excuse. This one is for the women out there. You know, Dr. Pauline Oracle is teaching us to be just a woman without excuse. You see, being unapologetically a woman. You're just a woman and you don't have to apologize about it. You're just a woman and you do not have any excuse not to be a woman of valor, not to be a woman of favor. That program that you love each and every Saturday at 8 p.m., Woman Without Excuse, they are all part and parcel of Oracle TV. And that's why your partnership comes a long way. Now, I do know our partnership is always the first week, our official partnership, Oracle TV, but this is different. This is for the Mountain of Deliverance Church Nairobi. And be part of this army that is being risen to support the Mountain of Deliverance Church. Be part of this army that is making things move. It is always good to be a part of something that, or to be part of people that are making changes, people that are making strides, and this is how you do it. Now, the pay bill number is on your screen: 4130 469. Angalau kwa jinsi ambavyo unatupenda kama Oracle TV, do partner with us, and we are going to be so happy when we do that. We are going to appreciate you when you do that. 4130 469. As you partner, we have a call. Wacha nisikie. Oracle TV, hello. Oh my goodness, amepotea. It is well. It is well. There's someone here who's asking a question about constipation. Now, we are going to look at constipation, and that this is Patience from Nyeri. We are going to look at constipation in just a while, so Patience, do stick around right there. Thank you so much. As we continue partnering, we continue partnering. That is 4130 469. I was about to give you the number for texting and calling, but 4130 469 is our pay bill number, and then account. I did hear the man of God say, you put what you want to be. If you want to be favored, account number, my account name, just put there favored. I want to be blessed. You put there blessed. You want to be prosperous, you put there prosperous. You want to be a winner, you put there winner. But that is 100 shillings towards the offsetting of this particular building that is here, towards the offsetting of the mortgage of this particular building. And it is such a beautiful building. This has been a home to many. It has been a home to you who is watching us back at home. Unaweza kuwa haukujangi kanisa hapa, lakini kila siku una stick to Oracle TV. Kuna kipindi ambayo inakuweka Oracle TV. Is it the branch every Friday? Is it unspoken every Friday? It is Love Plus Christ each and every Tuesday. Is it the Glory Finders? We have a very new sparkling show. By the way, if you've not watched Glory Finders, make sure that you stick around each and every Tuesday for that. It's a very amazing worshiping show. Is it that Glory Finder that you love? It is part of Oracle TV, and Oracle TV is part of the Mountain of Deliverance Church. So when you're partnering with us, actually, you are partnering with Oracle TV. Once again, it's just 100 shillings. Put it on 4130 469. That is the pay bill number. Twende pale M-Pesa, alafu weke hapo lipa na M-Pesa, alafu aikutisha pay bill number 4130 469. Then account you put in your name or whatever you want to be. You want to be prosperous. You want to be a millionaire. You put just the word millionaire right there. You want to be favored. Just put the word favored right there, and we are going to be blessed together. And because I see time is not on our side, I don't want us to go before we check this out. I do have something amazing for you right here. First of all, I want us to check on constipation. Then we are going to end with health eye, okay, if that's okay with you guys. First of all, we check on constipation, alafu tumalizie na health eye. And when it comes to constipation, I mean, we did see that okay, bloating also might be out of constipation. Na wakati tunaongea kuhusu constipation, I think most of us relate. Nani hajai kuwa constipated? Because you might be a very different creature kama hujai kuwa na constipation. But let's check that out. Just what is constipation? Kuna wenye wanaitanga ni vita pale katika chumba cha wageni, mnaenda mnapigana vita. Sasa shida ni kama utashinda ama hautashinda. Unaona mtu ameenda amekaa 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, unashanga what is happening? Kumbe they are constipated, and that is what we are looking into today. Allow me to go back there just a minute. Is just a minute. Yeah, I think we are there. Exactly. Constipation. Here we are. Yeah, we got it. So constipation, what is constipation? Now, according to the definition I have here, so constipation is a common digestive condition that means you're having difficulties emptying your bowel. That means that you cannot go for what we call long calls, okay? You cannot go for long calls, or you're going for long calls with difficulty. It's more than just an occasional inconvenience. It can significantly affect your daily comfort and health if left unmanaged. And I mean, if you've had constipations before, you do know that it can leave you purely uncomfortable. Purely uncomfortable, where you want to go, but when you go, nothing is happening, right? So that is constipation. Then we have medical definition of it. So the medical definition of it is sometimes having fewer than 3 bowel movements per week. That means that not having a long call, 3 long calls per week. Let me just use that, right? And then it might be also experiencing hard, dry or lumpy stools when you go to the washroom, and also feeling like you haven't completely emptied your bowels yet, but still nothing is coming out. And also we have having strain or push hard during a bowel movement. That is when you go to the washroom, you have a very hard time. And this is how constipation looks like, all right? And it is important to note that what's normal can vary. Normal constipation can vary. So some people may go once a day, or maybe others once in 2 days. What matters is your regular pattern. Constipation is often when that regularity is disrupted. Maybe you go for a long call twice a day, but then unapata umeenda wiki nzima bila. Then when you go to the toilet, it is a war right there. And this is exactly what happens to your stomach when you're constipating. It's like a lump iko pale kwa your digestive system that won't just go away. And this matters because while it may not seem serious at first, there are types of constipation that we are going to look, and constipation can lead to other sort of stomach diseases. Okay, we are going to look at that. Let's look at types of constipation. We have acute constipation. Now this one is short term and often caused by diet. It can be caused by travel or dehydration or stress. I think stress inakuanga na kazi mingi kwa mwili yetu, but anyway, then we have chronic constipation. Now the picture that you see on your screen is a clear picture of what happens to your body when you're constipating. This is what happens wakati unasikia you cannot go, or when you're struggling to really pass through. This is what happens to your body. You can see that lump. You're really trying to push it out, but nothing is happening. That is what happens to your body. So number one, we have acute constipation. We say that's short term. Then we have chronic constipation, which lasts for weeks or even longer. And this one is often linked to underlying medical issues or long-term lifestyle habits. All right. So when you're constipating, what happens to your body? Normally, as food moves through the intestines, water is absorbed and waste is eventually expelled. Right? We know that. So in constipation, the colon absorbs too much water. That colon right there that you can see there on your screen, or the muscles in the colon contract too slowly, making the stool dry and hard and difficult to pass. That is what happens to your body. And when we're talking about constipation, who is mostly affected? We have the elderly people due to reduced mobility, due to a lot of medications, and due to slower metabolism because of their age, And of course, someone else who is mostly affected is us, women, because of hormonal changes, pregnancy, menstrual cramps, etc. Then we also have children, especially during potty trainings or routine changes. That is for young children and people with neurological or intestinal disorder. And of course, when you're constipated, okay, to know if you're constipated, let me go to how to know you're constipated. Have you gone more than 3 days without any bowel movement? For bowel movement, tunasema ni kwenda long call, all right? Is passing stool too painful or uncomfortable? Do I feel like I haven't completely emptied? Are my stools too hard, dry, or unusually small? These are some of the questions you ask yourself, or these are some of the symptoms that lets you know that you are constipated. Apart from zile vita ambazo mnapigana apart from zile vita mnapigana pale ndani na nduru, all right, that is what I'm. So what are the causes of constipation? Very fast. So causes of constipation might be a combination of lifestyle, dietary, or medical factors. Okay, understanding your cause is the first step to dealing with it. Number one might be because of low fiber diet, a diet low in fruits, vegetables and whole grains. Kuna mtu alitupatia tip of the week na katuambia tukule matunda kwa wingi, si ya watoto. I think that person was in the spirit because they are right. So low fiber diet. If your food has low fiber, if you do low fiber diet, or rather if your food contains low fiber, you are going to find yourself in regular instances of constipation, all right? So a diet low in fruits, vegetables and whole grains means there is not enough roughage to help move stool through the intestines, all right? Highly processed foods as well, fast foods and refined sugars worsen the problem. All right, that is number one, low fiber diet. Number two, as we all know, common knowledge, not drinking enough water. Dehydration causes the colon to absorb more water from the waste, all right, making the stool hard and difficult to pass, all right. And also another thing that might cause constipation, and I know watu wa kahawa, you might beat me for this, but caffeine, a lot of caffeine intake dehydrates the body. And when your body is dehydrated, the colon is dehydrated, that is what happens, all right? You have a hard time passing the stool. Au ni watu wa kahawa, and also alcohol, those who take alcohol. Number three common cause, lack of physical activities. Now, this one, just being there, not moving at all, might also be one of the cause. Movement helps stimulate intestinal muscles that move stool along. All right, that is number three. Then number four, ignoring the urge to go. You want to go to the washroom, lakini uko na kazi unasema nitaenda baadaye. Normally, when you delay your stool, it becomes harder. All right, over time, when you delay your stool, it becomes harder and sluggish, and that might cause constipation. Then we have medication. Some medicine can slow down your digestion or cause dryness. Of course, these are medicine part of it. Maybe painkillers, might be antacids, might be iron supplements and antidepressants or blood pressure medication. And if this is happening to you because of medication, that might be a good time to go and see a doctor, all right, before things get worse. Then of course, stress and mental health, stress, anxiety and depression can interfere with your bowel function. Just like we said in bloating, it all starts in the brain. The brain sends signals to the stomach, so you understand that, okay? Then we have medical condition. You might have constipation because of a medical condition, and that is that might be an irritable bowel syndrome, maybe because of diabetes, might be because of hyperthyroidism, or maybe other medication condition. Number 8 might be because of hormonal changes. This one especially affects women. Pregnancy, menstruation also can slow bowel movement. This is because of hormonal shifts. Again, for women, hormones like progesterone relax muscles, including those in the intestines. Okay, might be because of that. And another one, unfortunately, this one we cannot avoid: aging. All right, as people age, bowel muscles become less active. Seniors always have reduced dietary fiber intake, mobility, and fluid intake. That might be the cause as well. And of course, we have another: childhood constipation. This one is common during when you're training your child for potty training, or after a stressful change, all right, or when they're starting school. Of course, we have that anxiety and all, and could be caused by fear, number 1, change in routine, or also low fiber diet. Okay, so very fast, how do you prevent constipation? Eat more fiber, eat more whole grains, that is, eat more fresh fruits, eat more vegetables, eat more legumes. All right, drink plenty of water, drink enough water, drink and especially if you can be able to take hot or warm water, that is also. And avoid too much soda, avoid too much caffeine, avoid too much alcohol or any drink that dehydrates the body. Any food that dehydrates the body, avoid it as much as possible. Get regular exercise. You can also control this by getting regular exercise, because physical activity stimulates digestion in the bowel movement. And of course, you can try walking for 30 minutes a day. You can try jogging, you can try stretching, whichever works for you. All right, because the movement outside is the movement inside. You get it? Then also, don't ignore the urge to go. When you feel you really want to use the washroom, just use, so that you cannot overload yourself. Actually, to me, overload, allow me to use overload, so that you cannot overload yourself. And of course, avoid low fiber foods and high fat foods, fried foods, cheese and processed meat. We also have sugary snacks. Also avoid those. And if it's possible, manage your stress. Okay, manage your stress, try as much as possible. Just like Natalie ametuambia, prioritize your health, prioritize your mental health, and avoid stress. All right, the last one here, check medication. If you're on medication, ask your doctor if it could be causing a constipation. And that's just about it. That's just about everything we had for you on constipation. And because I do see a lot of you like this one, we are going to get someone to come and talk to us about this. And I mean, we have a lot to talk about. We have migraines to talk about, we have constipation to talk about, we have bloating to talk about. There's a lot, and we are going to be getting a doctor soon to help us with that. But apart from that, this has been the Impact Dialogues Health Wednesday with me, Ruth Wanjiru, and I have been so happy. It has been a pleasure to have you with me today. It has been such a pleasure to enjoy your morning coffee with me as I enjoyed mine here. Kwa wale ambao wanakuanga na shida na kahawa yangu, niko sure leo umepata kahawa yangu. Na tumeamua tuachane na kahawa. Just avoid coffee that drains you too much. All right, that's right. Now, forgive me, we didn't look at our health eye today. We are running out of time. I do see that the producer is on my neck, but I think we are going to push this to next week because it's not something timely. All right, but thank you so much for everyone who joined us for Impact Dialogues Health Wednesday. My name is Ruth Wanjiru, and it has been a pleasure to have you around. Now, I am gonna see you on Friday for our Social Friday. Be ready, kwa sababu tutakuwa tukichemsha bongo kidogo. For the past 2 weeks, I've been going home with my gift. Hopefully, this week, I get someone who's going to walk away with my gift. Want to know what I'm talking about? Do join me for Friday Impact Dialogues. We call it Social Fridays. And of course, we have a great show planned for you on Friday. Apart from that, do keep it Oracle Television Network. Don't go anywhere because we have a lot of amazing programs for you. Do stick around for the Word Fest coming to you at exactly 1 p.m. with the one and only Oracle of God, Dr. Francis Oracle. And then, of course, we are going to be having our service, our Wednesday Empowerment and Holy Communion service from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Do stick around for that. Do not miss that for anything in the world. And so until I see you on Friday, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy.